It's been a few weeks since our wedding and I have had numerous requests to show you the makeup that I wore on my wedding day. I actually did my own hair and makeup for my wedding, so I have everything still packed up for the most part. I had taken out a few things, but I just put them back in here. So I'm gonna show you everything that I packed with me for my wedding day makeup. We're gonna do our makeup together and it's gonna be a good time. So if you're new, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy, and let's go ahead and get started. I did a full face of first impressions a few weeks ago during Vlogmas, and that was the first time that I had done my makeup on camera in a really long time, and it was a lot of fun. So I'm excited to incorporate more of those style videos back onto my channel. So for my makeup, I packed it in this bag from Lunar Beauty. I don't know if Manny still sells this. If he does, I will link it down below. But it's just like a big makeup bag, and there's a ton of different compartments inside. There's pockets and stuff up top here. There is a little mesh bag here, and then it's like a customizable little section here with dividers that you can put in and take out. So this is everything that I brought with me to do my makeup. So I got married, or we got married at the Casa Marina Hotel in Jacksonville Beach, and it was so pretty. The venue was so nice, and we actually stayed there the night before the wedding. So this is, again, the makeup that I packed with me for the occasion. I brought a few extra things just in case. I had done like 2 trial runs with my makeup, like very brief, very quick. So I was a little bit nervous, but I figured I'll just do what I typically do and hopefully it turns out okay. So for brushes, I brought the new Royal Enchantment collection from Bling Brushes. These brushes are so freaking beautiful. I love them. They are so purple and sparkly, and I just think this is a fantastic collection. So this is what I used on my wedding day. I think I have like a couple of my extended collection brushes in here, but I'm pretty sure I only used these. I also have my Bling Brushes sponge, which is my favorite sponge, and then this puff from Laura Mercier. In this top section here, the only thing that I packed is an eyeshadow palette, and can you guys guess what eyeshadow palette I wore on my wedding day? Ta-da! Nude Prism, no surprise, from Lunar Beauty. This is my favorite eyeshadow palette of all time. It's so pretty. And then everything else, I guess we'll kind of just get to as we do our makeup, but everything else is in these little compartments down below. So let's start with primer. So the first thing that I did was actually go in with this Wet n Wild 5-in-1 Essence Primer Liquid. I have been using this for the last few weeks, and it's interesting. I can't tell how much of a difference it makes, but it's just like a liquidy kind of very watery serum, and I just put a few drops on my skin, and then I let that dry before I apply primer. For primer, I went in with the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer with 4% niacinamide. This was my favorite primer of 2023. I love this product. As you can tell, I have used it quite a bit. I'm pretty sure it's the same as the regular Power Grip Primer. It just has niacinamide in it for some extra skincare benefits. It's a very grippy primer. I kind of thought I didn't really like grippy primers anymore, but I do. I still definitely do. So our wedding was mostly outdoors. The ceremony was outside. Then we had like a morning wedding, so it was at like 10 a.m. So we had brunch instead of dinner. So brunch and like cake cutting was inside in their ballroom, and then after that we went back outside to socialize, listen to some music. There was a cigar bar there for those who were interested. I call it a cigar bar. It was cigars in an area, designated area for those who wanted to smoke a cigar. That was not me, but I know that a few people definitely did enjoy that. So it was right on the beach. The hotel is right on the beach, which is so pretty. It's a super old hotel. I love the architecture of it. It's just so cute, and the food was so good. I was such a fan of the brunch food. It was fantastic. I honestly couldn't have asked for a better wedding day. Everything went super great. It went by really, really fast, and it was really fun, and yeah, it was, again, couldn't have asked for a better wedding day. For foundation, I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation. This stuff is great. It's like a medium coverage. So I will probably need a little extra coverage from some concealer, but I'm actually also going to mix this in with some Hollywood Flawless Filter, also from Charlotte Tilbury. This is in the shade 2 and this is in the shade 3. So I'm just gonna apply the Hollywood Flawless Filter on my skin, and then same with this, and then we'll just kind of mix it all together. It was so nice to have all of our friends and family there that could make it, and the weather ended up being perfect. It was like 65, 70 degrees and sunny. It was so nice. I was worried it was gonna be either like freezing cold or really hot or raining. You could never tell with Florida weather, so we really lucked out. It was such a beautiful day, and it was also so awesome to have our daughter there, Luna. We've actually been legally married since February 23rd, 2023. So we're actually coming up on our 1-year wedding anniversary, or like marriage anniversary, I guess. So that's gonna be like our official, like, we've been married anniversary is February 23rd, 2023. Our wedding was on December 23rd, 2023, which is actually also Jarvis's birthday. And we got engaged on his birthday, 2022, so our wedding was exactly 1 year after we got engaged, and we actually had the wedding planned. Like, we set the date, the venue, had all of that booked in February of last year, and then we found out that we were having a baby in March of last year. So it was really cool to have our daughter at our wedding. I know that's not something everybody gets to experience, but it was really nice, and she did so well. She was probably, I think she was like 7 weeks old when we had our wedding, so she was really little. She still is really little, but she was really little, and she's 9 weeks old now, which is crazy. She's over 2 months old. I just can't believe that we have a 2-month-old. It blows my mind. For concealer, I'm using the ColourPop Pretty Fresh concealer just to get some additional coverage. I actually got my eyebrows waxed for the first time like 4 days before our wedding, and my eyebrows were still so red the morning of our wedding, and I was like, oh gosh, here we go. They were like so red and painful immediately following getting them done, and then for the following days, by the time we got to the wedding, they weren't so much painful. They were just still like really red on the top. So I think I did all right covering it up with concealer, but I was a little bit nervous about that. We definitely did some things not so like traditional for our wedding. Like, we didn't have like bridesmaids and groomsmen. I guess technically Luna was our flower girl, but she wasn't dropping flower petals. We just called her our flower girl. My mom actually walked like down the aisle with her, like when a flower girl would walk down the aisle. We were already legally married, so we just had my aunt like do the marrying, like talking during the ceremony. I'm not sure what that person is called, but we had her do it, and she did such a good job. We gave her complete creative control, and she did amazing. We had lots of out-of-town friends and family come in, and it was just a really good time. For powder, I am gonna go in with this one from Hourglass. This is the Veil Translucent Setting Powder. I'm pretty sure they actually have changed the packaging on this product, because when I went to link it, it did not look like this on the inside. So I don't know if they've changed it. This is probably really old, but we're still gonna use it because it's expensive. So I'm gonna use my little Laura Mercier powder puff and fold it like this and just tap right into my powder, and then I'm gonna set my under eyes with that. So like I said, we had a morning wedding, so it was from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. So we had brunch, which was another, I guess, maybe not so traditional thing about our wedding, but it was so good, and I was so happy with it. And then I don't know, I just feel like it all worked out so well. We had Peterbrook chocolate covered popcorn, which is I think only in Jacksonville. I know it's like originally from Jacksonville, but it's like a chocolate place. They sell chocolate covered everything, and it's so good, very well known here in Jacksonville. And we had their chocolate covered popcorn as our wedding favors, and it was so good. We had a few extra, so we have been snacking on that post-wedding, just kind of making it last. It's a very like popular Valentine's Day thing here, so like their chocolate covered strawberries are so good, their chocolate covered popcorn. Honestly, I have never had a bad thing from Peterbrook, so if you're ever in Jacksonville, I definitely recommend checking it out. There's like several locations all over the place now. Now I'm just gonna lightly dust a little bit of powder over the rest of my face with a brush. This is the F63 from Bling Brushes. Also, I'll have all of these products linked down below in the description box, and for anything that I have a discount code for, I will let you know. So Bling Brushes, you can use code Paige for 20% off. We're gonna use some Lunar Beauty. You can use code Paige for 10% off. And then anything else that I'm missing will be down below in the description box. For bronzer, I'm gonna go in with this one from Revlon. This is the Sunlit Glow shade. It's the Skin Lights Prismatic Bronzer. I couldn't decide between this one and then the Hourglass Luminous Bronze Light, but I ended up going with this one on my actual wedding day. I actually did a little combo of both, but mainly this one, so we'll do both just for fun. So I'm using this bronzer brush. This is the F62 from Bling Brushes. It's like a really nice, dense, like wide angled brush. So I really like this for bronzer. Unfortunately, Mr. Pancho could not attend the wedding. So after the wedding, we made our way as fast as we could home to him so that we could see our man. We had our friend Caleb stay with him the night before. He is the best dog sitter. He's our go-to, and he took such good care of Pancho. He's over there. That's why I'm looking over there like I'm talking to him. While we were gone, it was just for the one like evening slash night before the wedding. But we missed our man, and it was crazy trying to pack to stay away from home with a 7-week-old baby. It took us like 8 hours to pack our bags on Friday during the day because we had to make sure we had everything for the wedding, everything that we needed for that evening slash night slash the next day, everything for Luna. It was insane. It took way longer. It's so hard to get out of the house with a kid. It literally takes at least 3 times as much time as you previously took to get ready. It's a lot. So that was a pretty crazy day trying to get out of our house. It took us like as much time to pack as we were gone, pretty much. Then for blush, I ended up going with Laura Mercier's blush in the shade Strawberry. It's, oh my goodness, such a pretty pink color. And I'm gonna apply this with my F64, which is a classic angled brush. This is like a super pink blush, but it looks so pretty on. It looks kind of intimidating in the pan, I think, but it looks really pretty and natural on your cheeks. And I like loaded this up because I wanted it to last the entire length of the wedding, and for some reason blush just seems to disappear off of people's cheeks. I don't know why that is, but that seems to be a common like general consensus. For brows, I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury, I think this is called the Brow Cheat. Yeah, the Brow Cheat. Actually, I don't know if I used brow pencil on my wedding day. I don't know, but I'm just gonna use a little bit. I either did or I used this one. I definitely brought this one with me just in case, but I don't know if I actually used it. I kind of think I didn't use any brow pencil. But for brow gel, I actually used this, and I just started using this. This is from Benefit. It's the Fluff Up Brow Wax. This is so good. It's a little bit funky because it applies like white, if you can see that. So it looks like it's gonna leave a weird like film in your eyebrows, but this is like the most stuck in place that my eyebrows have ever been, and it dries clear and it just works so well. I actually like this better than my 24-hour brow setter from Benefit, which is their clear brow gel. This is my new fave. Now I'm gonna go in with the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Infinity Powder. This is just like a glowy powder. So I'm just gonna use a little bit of this. Sorry if you can hear Poncho's sigh. I'm just gonna use a little bit of this kind of like the higher points of my face just to add a little bit of glow. I'm still gonna use highlighter, but this is just a nice, like, very, very natural, kind of giving a little bit of life back to your skin if you use too much powder kind of look. So I'm just tapping a little bit of this pretty much all over my face, honestly. I don't know what happened to my MAC paint pot, but I think it was in here. Oh wait, oh nope, that's not it. I'm pretty sure I used my MAC paint pot, but I don't know for sure. So I'm gonna use this NARS concealer as my eyeshadow primer. I'm using this E66. I'm gonna zoom you guys in a little bit. Sorry about that. I'm gonna use this E66 brush just to apply that to my eyelids. I'm gonna use my finger to blend it out, but I can't fit my finger into this pot with my nails, so that's, you know, that's the thing about nails. These are the nails I had for my wedding. I love them, and I wish that I could keep them, but one, they're expensive to upkeep, and two, they kind of get in the way of things. They're not the most practical thing, especially when you have a baby and you need to do things like breastfeed and change diapers, and I'm always like so overly cautious when I'm like picking her up with them. So although I love them and I'm gonna miss them, I will be happy to have some practicality back when they need to be taken off, which is probably gonna be sometime soon. For eyeshadow, we have the Nude Prism palette from Luna Beauty. I'm gonna go in with this pink shade right here. It's a matte pink called Cherry Blossom. And I'm gonna put this in my crease. I kept it really simple with the eyeshadow because I didn't wanna like do something like not my typical and then like mess up and feel rushed because I had to restart. So I pretty much just did what I typically do on a daily basis. I just kind of intensified it a little bit. So this shade goes in the crease and then in the outer corner as well. It blends out so easily and so quickly. It's such a pretty shade. The formulas in this palette are incredible. Then I'm gonna go in with the shade, what shade? I think I used Laura. Yeah, no, I definitely used the shade Laura. This one right here, and I'm gonna use the E44 from my extended collection with bling brushes. This is like a more travel-friendly set. It has like a glittery handle with the bling right here on this metal piece as opposed to the full blinged handle, but still so cute. And I'm gonna go in with the shade Laura and I'm gonna pack this on my eyelid. Again, I typically would use my finger to do this, but it's a little bit hard to get in my like inner corner with these nails on, so that's why I'm using this like dense kind of like packing brush. And I'm just putting this all over my lid. So on a daily basis, this is like where I would leave my eyeshadow. The only thing I added was I went in with this product from Makeup Forever. This is the Starlit Diamond Powder in the shade 101. And I actually just sprayed my brush and applied this on top of where I have like that metallic shade, just to add a little bit of extra sparkle. This is like so pretty and so glittery. It's just like a white intense sparkle, so we're gonna do that now. And for setting spray, we have the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish setting spray. I'm gonna use the E64, which is like a smaller kind of packing brush, and I'm just going to spray this with some setting spray and then tap right into that like glittery shadow slash powder. And then I'm just going to tap this on top of where I have that metallic Laura shade. So here is the side with the Makeup Forever powder, and then here's the side without. It just adds a little bit of extra brightness and sparkle. For highlighter, I'm gonna go in with my OG Ambient Lighting palette, and I'm gonna go in with this middle shade, and I am going to use this brush right here. This is the F65 from Bling Brushes. And I'm just going to apply this to my cheekbones, just like that. Oh my gosh, my hair looks crazy. And this will be the first highlighter that we use. I wanted something not natural, but just like something a little bit more calm and just more of like a blended look, so that's why I used multiple highlighters. So I'm just putting this kind of on the high points of my face. And then for a little bit of pop, I used this one here, the Rare Beauty Exhilarate highlighter, and I'm just taking a little bit of that and popping it right on the high points of my cheekbones. I'm also gonna take the shade Cherry Blossom on this pencil brush and put this on my lower lash line. Now I'm gonna set my face with this setting spray. I'm gonna curl my lashes, which I don't normally do, but I did. And then I'm gonna put mascara on. On my actual wedding day, I used this mascara because it was waterproof. I last minute decided to get a waterproof mascara. So this is the Rocket Volume Express from Maybelline. I used to use this in high school, but I have not used it since. But today I'm gonna use Benefit Roller Lash because that's my favorite. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply my mascara and I will be right back. I'm redoing my claw clip because my hair was starting to get a little, it still is a little crazy over here. I didn't straighten all of my hair, I only straightened the front pieces, and I'm using this clip from Anthropologie that my mom got me for Christmas and I love it so much. I'll see if I can link it. It's like my new favorite claw clip. It's metal and it's heavy, but it like really like clips into my hair very well. So here is the makeup look with mascara. For lipstick, again, if you watch my videos, you already know what lipstick I wore. I wore MAC Blankety. I was about to say Honey Love because I just accidentally picked up Honey Love and read the name. MAC Blankety is my favorite lipstick of all time. It is a super natural pinky nude lip. It's a cream sheen, I think. No, amplified cream finish. And I just absolutely love this lipstick. So yeah, instead of trying to do something different and fancy, I just went with my go-to, and that is everything that I used for my wedding day makeup. And for my perfume, I'll go ahead and throw this in there. I used this one, YSL Libre. I love this perfume. I wasn't sure which one I wanted to use. I was gonna go with Pink Sugar because that's like my OG. But then I was like, you know, I'm getting all dressed up and fancy. I feel like maybe I should do something a little bit fancier. So I love this perfume. It's nothing like Pink Sugar. It's not like a sweet perfume, which 99% of the time I'm wearing a sweet perfume. Let me look up the notes for this really quick just so I can tell you, but I have used quite a bit of this. I think this is a fantastic perfume, and it's definitely a little bit more like mature smelling than Pink Sugar. So it is considered a warm floral. I'm looking on the Sephora website. It's considered a warm floral, and the keynotes are lavender, orange blossom, and musk accord, I guess. So yeah, I would say it's like a floral. I'm not typically a floral person, but I think that the warmth of it makes it smell better, and I just really like this for like a fancy smelling perfume. This is what I consider a fancy smelling perfume. Other perfumes that I like, oh, I actually have them right here. Pink Sugar is my go-to, and then Black Opium from YSL. Those two are like other favorites of mine. This is my holy grail all-time favorite perfume, but it's very sweet. Definitely not everyone's cup of tea, but I love it so much. I've used this since high school and I still use it. I don't know how many bottles I've gone through. This is just a mini bottle, but I'm almost done with this one, and then I already have the backup ready to go. I can never be without Pink Sugar. So that was today's video. Like I said, I will have everything that I used linked down below in the description box. I'll even link the perfume if you're interested. The brushes, the makeup, literally everything that I use. If I can find it, if it's still available, I'll link the makeup bag as well. I love this makeup bag. It is large. It's definitely like a big makeup bag. I don't know if it's intended for like makeup artists or what, but as a makeup lover, I love this bag. And again, it has like these little dividers that are Velcro, so you can adjust the size of the compartments in there. So love this bag so much. I'm like selling it to you, and it might not even be available, so I'm sorry if it's not. But that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this wedding makeup look slash like mini kind of story time. Basically just the details on the wedding. It was such a good wedding, and it was a great time. I will never forget my wedding. It was fantastic. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.